Hello, everyone. Hello, fellow traders. Welcome to another episode of our BTC market review. Okay, so from the last time when we spoke, the market has not really done so much. It has tapped into the zone we were looking at, and since then we have had this bounce. Although we're still yet to get some more bullish push, but so far so good. We have some reason to believe that we may start to see some move to the upside, although we still need to await confirmation on the right-hand side of the trend line. Now, just a quick recap. We were looking at this SND zone that we tap into this zone and then see if we start getting some push to the upside. So far, we've done that. And then also that zone being identified on the weekly chart. You could see how since making this push up, clearing the liquidity, clearing this structure high here, we are then coming back down. Now, there's something I like about this pair in particular, because even though everybody's looking at this whole push downward, however, what you need to understand here is there's one very important point to pay attention to, is that this was our protected high up here, which market has cleared. So the market put in a higher high, and so with this in mind, price has to stay above this 28,000 level for these structures to still be in place. So even though it may look like the past few weeks, maybe a few months have been much bearish for BTC, we may start to see that change. However, you also want to be cautious. You want to be aggressively cautious or cautiously aggressive, however you want to put it, in doing this. Now, I like where we've tapped into. We have since made this weekly bullish rejection candle. And then if you jump up to the daily chart, you'll see how we reacted from that zone. Now, another thing I also want to point out is if you look at the momentum oscillator here, notice how we are making, price has been made a lower low. However, notice how momentum showed a higher low. So down here on my momentum indicator, you see how momentum has posted a higher low. While price is making a lower low and lower high, momentum is showing higher low and higher high. So this is what we call divergence. This is a bullish divergence here. And then so we'll start to get more confirmation the moment we start breaking on the right side of this trend line. Just have also in mind that just because we break the right side of the trend line doesn't mean it would go aggressively up. We may have this break and then a retest, and then before we get the push. And if we start the push, it could be the base for a foundation to clear this 70K volume up here. So wait for confirmation on the right side of the trend line. Use trades the way you prefer to trade, or if you're like me and you're using this to figure out good entry points to accumulate more BTC or more cryptos for yourself, then you can be looking to do that on the top side. So this is my approach. This is what I'm looking at. I'm much more bullish right now. But I'm waiting for some strong confirmation on the right-hand side of the trend line. I want to see the market impulses push up. We may get a retest back into the zone, but I want to see the impetus of buyers to take price higher, because we have several price targets to go to. We have price pockets all the way up. And then if this is the lower, so if this is the higher low, then very, very likely we're going to see markets run through this high. And you know what that means. Now, if BTC runs like that, then you can expect the same on Ethereum USD, because all of these pairs are kind of like correlated. So if we start to see that push, we could also start to see this push up here. For ETH, it's quite a different type of, in terms of, if not for just the correlation, in terms of, in terms of actual price pattern or price action, this one looks more bearish than Bitcoin look more bullish, and Ethereum looks more bearish, because you can see what you will notice here is making higher lows, higher highs. If this is our higher low and this is our higher high, then you have to respect that right now we're still within this zone. However, if you take this swing into consideration, we've actually cleared this structure here, so we may push up into this zone. So, but whatever happens to BTC, if it starts to strengthen, you'll also start to see some strength here, and then in some other pairs like Shiba. So those of you who keep asking me about Shiba, so Shiba USDC is also one that we made a lot of money on. I did take out most of my profit around these highs, based on the FIB 1.618 expansion level. But just like BTC, we have this trend line. You don't need to do so much analysis on this one for itself. If BTC starts to move to the upside, you'll see this one start to move with it as well. At least most of the crypto basket, you see them start to move as well. But so far, Bitcoin has, based on technicals, it is the most sound. For other pairs, they may not move instantly as they do. Well, I mean, other crypto pairs, they may not move instantly as they do. But you notice that there's always a trend line that you can watch to break, to start looking for opportunities to add to your portfolio to the top side. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please leave me a thumbs up on the, leave me a thumb up, a like for the video. Also leave a comment and let me know what you think. If there's any particular thing you want me to discuss more on, I would be glad to do that. Also check out other videos on the channel and subscribe to the channel, please, to continue to support us. Thank you guys. See you in the next updates.